Rightio, here's another Scrappy's find. Nice little, I shouldn't say little, it's pretty big and heavy. Tohatsu 30 from the year 2006. I want to say it's a 25 because that's what the serial number says, but I don't know, this cowl says otherwise. Missing a fair bit of stuff on the lower units. The transom bracket's missing a lot of stuff, a lot of trim tilt levers, just missing the trim tilt pin. The gear case is not there. Yeah, there's a lot. Oh, the shift linkage is missing. Just noticed that now. Yeah, the bottom end's pretty incomplete. Needs a lot of work down there, but overall not too bad. The engine looks pretty complete from what I can see. Probably needs a lot of work to the cowl. But yeah, for what I pay for it at the Scrappies, it's probably not a bad find. Probably worth that, and probably worth that for the flywheel's worth maybe. But yeah, no, it's got a lot going on with the cowl though compared to the old Johnson and Evinrude. They're pretty bare bones compared to this thing. Yeah, a lot of cables running everywhere for this, and heaps of linkages. Like linkages galore. I've never seen this many linkages, I don't think. This one has just got crap running everywhere. But yeah, I've heard they're quite reliable motors. So if a short shaft conversion comes up for sale somewhere, I might convert it and keep it and use it. Probably better than the Johnson. Be a bit more fuel economic. But yeah. Rightio, so we're ready to compress and test it now. So we've got one of the greatest inventions known to man. I'm about to bring out two of the greatest. The spark tester and the compression tester. So these are two really handy tools if you have just got yourself a new outboard, or an outboard that's of unknown condition, because this will easily tell you how good it's going to run, whether it's going to run at all, and how much stuff you're going to have to fix, or the extent of the damage, if I may say so myself. So we'll pull both of our plugs out. We want to get the best reading we can. Now the two-stroke, it is said to not have the throttle open, or it's not required I should say, unlike a four-stroke, whereas a four-stroke you should have the throttle open so you can get as much air to create as much compression as possible. However, with a two-stroke, that's not really necessary. So all you need to do is just give it a couple of hard pulls. I'd say anywhere from 3 to 7 pulls, and that should give you a good enough reading. So we'll do 5 pulls, I reckon. See how it pans out. The compression test. Good or not. Counting, I think that's about 5 pulls, but yeah, that'll do anyway. I'm going to have a look and see what we got on that top cylinder. Got about 130 at the moment, which is pretty good for me. I'll give it a better pull, might get a bit more of a better reading. Getting it back up a bit. About 142. So pretty much a new motor for me. Not really sure what they're supposed to have, but I know for Johnsons and Evinrudes, about 100, 130, 135 is about new motor. So this has got 140, I'll just say 145 on the top cylinder. Getting pretty close to a new motor. So yeah, go to the bottom cylinder, make sure your clicker's in, and got any pressure build, pardon me, haven't got any pressure build up. Got a bit more room to do a bit of test. Alright, we'll give it another couple of pulls. In the bottom banger, see what we get, if anything. It's easy with electric start, you usually get higher readings, but full start you should be able to get close enough if you pull it hard enough. So now a moment of truth, if it's even or not, that's the main thing. Two strokes you don't have to have a heap of compression with. I've had them run as low as 80 pounds. You get a lot of people saying, oh, you can't have lower than 110. Bloody bull crap, mate. I've had them run down, first pull starters, you can run them down to 80 psi. But, here's the but. Both the cylinders need to be exactly the same, or within 15 psi of each other. So, that just clicked off. But, there you go. 150 pounds. So, what do you say the top one was? 142. So 8 psi. No biggie. Running pretty much a new engine, I would imagine. Either a rebuilt power head or very, 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 very low hours. Really, really high compression for something of this age. For 2006, I'd expect it to have been a bit lower, but obviously it's either been really, really well nurtured and not really used, or it's been rebuilt. It's high hours and it's been rebuilt. But from what I'm seeing there, the compression readings are pretty sky high, which is great. So we're off to a good start so far. That's one of the main things. As a favourite YouTuber of mine, this old outboard always said, if you got compression, the rest is just a pain in the arse. So, about to see if we've got spark. There it goes. Another handy dandy tool to have, a spark tester. So we'll pop both the plugs back in. Can't really test it without them being in situ. Do them up because you don't really need to have those bores covered in more. Do the bottom cylinder first. Right. So yeah, all we got to be doing now is watching for a little light in that clear area. Didn't get a really good pull on that, did I? Oh, probably better if I use my right hand this time. I don't know if that's lighting up or not. You probably saw it. Don't really see much of it. Yeah, it's lighting up. Not real well, but it is. So it's got spark on that cylinder. Barely. Maybe that's the reason why I was at the Scrapyards. Not done yet though. We'll pop banger. Make sure she got spark on this one. There we go. Again, same thing. Make sure Same, we've got spark in this cylinder. Yep. That's good spark. Alright, beauty. So we've got one pain in the arse out the way. We've got spark. All we've got to get now is fuel. And I'm going to take this down to the house now and see if I can on the hose into the water feed tube on the lower leg, and we will inspect that and see if we can get some water to come out the P tube. Well, yeah, we'll give it a start. Fuel bulb is hard. I did have a little bit of a problem with the this connector on the carb. I'll show you later. It gave out on me, so I had to fix that up quickly. But yeah, turn the water on. It does pump out the telltale, and it's obviously got no thermostat because it comes all out of here. Yeah, like that. So it's obviously got no thermostat in it. Really? Bottle. And some soap. no bueno. Yeah, actually, I don't know why they're not plugged in. That probably be a good start. Plug that in. There we go. Now we've got a kill switch, hopefully. Alright, we'll put that together and I'll see if it wants to fire with the cow on. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't.
talking about before, this fuel connector's sort of shit itself. It's cracked off and it was spraying fuel everywhere, so I just jammed the line straight onto the carb. Probably not the best thing to be doing, but hey, it worked for that time that I had it running. So someone has disconnected the kill switch as well, so 100% that I don't know if I explained to you, but the plug wire was originally disconnected when I first got it. Like the wire had come out of the boot. So that's most definitely what was wrong with it, because usually the first thing people do when there's a spark issue or it won't start is disconnect the kill switch. If you remember the Suzuki, it had an issue with its kill switch, so yep, that got it going, was the old kill switch, but obviously they couldn't get it running with kill switch repairs, so yeah, it was buggered off to the scrapyard for parts. So the leg's obviously been stolen off of it, but other than that, it seems to run quite nicely. It's staying cool, so it's, needs a good wash, but there's no issues with it overheating, probably because of lack of thermostat. But yeah, oh, I'll be one to sit in the back of the shed until I get parts for it. But other than that, it seems to run quite nicely, to be honest. Got really no issues with it. So yeah, well, guess that's the end of this video. So if you stayed at this time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.